Oscar Overlander. Welcome back to my channel. Today the video is more or less a kind of quick thought I had because I was going to make my floor penetration box for the planar diesel heater, and this doesn't take long, maybe half an hour and it was done. But I thought maybe somebody comes across the same issue, and that's why I show quickly how I made this box. For those of you that follow my build, they know I have 100mm thick walls, and I also have my floor 100mm thick. And I got 75mm pure insulation in there, 3mm aluminum underneath, and 3/4 plywood on top of it. So altogether the whole sandwich is about 100mm, means 4 inches thick. So when I was looking these things up at the internet, and I found them this length. So basically the length they penetrating the floor. The underside of this, you can see here. Oh, let me hold it the other way so you can see it. There you go. Mine is 105mm long from the flange to the end here. And the ones in the internet I could, online, I could only find 80mm. So that would be 2 centimeter, almost, let's say 15/16 too short. This is my floor. I will show you in a moment what it is. This is almost 100. This is 98mm in total. So here's the thing. I do have a 3mm aluminum plate at the bottom, as you see here. Then I have a 2-inch insulation in there. I have just a 1-inch laying around, so I cut 2 of them. 2-inch, and then on top of it there's another layer, 1-inch. And on top of that, I have my floorboards. They are 3/4 inch thick, as this one is. Now, if I put a, let me turn this around. It's kind of awkward to hold. So, if I would buy online this floor penetration box with 80mm, I would end up like this. Make sense? It would not penetrate the floor all the way down to the aluminum. So it would be hard I have to put a sleeve on at the bottom against it, so it covers all the insulation. Therefore, I made my own. It's now sitting on top of the wood right away, and as you can see, by 5mm, it penetrates all the way beneath the. But anyway, you see what I mean. So I'm 5mm longer now as my build up at the floor, and I have this is an easy task to seal that around, from that box to the underside of the floor. So that will be easy to do now. So if you have the same issue that your floor is thinner or thicker than these standard boxes they are offered online, watch this video and you see how to make your own in minutes. So the first thing I did is I cut these sheets with the snips out of a bigger sheet to the size 140mm by 180mm. 140 by 180. That's the top plate. Cut that out. And then I cut a strip with 105mm, a long strip, but I cut them in half then and bent up 2 90-degree angles, like an L shape. Like that, and like that. Just in a bender. You could even put it in a vise, as you see down here, put it in a vise in there, and then just pound it around with a hammer, you just do it slow and nice, so it will work out. And then I welded these 2 L shapes together, L here, L there, welding bead here, and then was that a rectangular. And then I welded it to the top plate. So, and the dimensions widthwise, this should be 90mm, and the long side 130mm. Right? So 90, 130, and this should be the accurate depth or thickness of your floor. you know, plus a few millimeters that you're penetrated in full. So I just welded myself this little steel box here. It's actually just 3 parts, let's say. That is I can't touch it, it's freshly welded. It's super hot. This is basically that plate. And I bent 2 90-degree angles, like part 1 and then part 2. You see here I welded there the seam together, and I welded down there the seam together, and then I welded all the way around on the plate. 3 parts. Now I have to drill the holes here at the top. First I grind it a little bit flat because it worked here a little. We'll drill the holes for the intake and for the exhaust, for the diesel line, and also the mounting bolts. So now I have this box welded and partially painted, as you can see, with zinc paint inside, but there's no holes in it, as you can see. So we need to drill the holes for the, let me turn around, for the diesel heater, for all these intakes and exhaust bolts, diesel lines. And don't be afraid that you don't be able to hit the right spots. That's not a big deal, because the Planar 2D has a gasket on here, which you can remove. Remove that. And this is your perfect sample, your perfect jig to mark the holes, as you can see. You place it right on the center, and there you go. You have all holes in there where you know exactly where to drill. Simple as that. So don't be afraid. This box can be made in a few minutes by yourself. Now you see I marked them all basically 7 holes. The ones for the bolts are these ones. These bolts right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 6 millimeter bolt, so you need to drill basically a 7 millimeter hole. If you be absolute precisely, you can drill a 6.5 mil hole, but I wouldn't recommend it. So 7 millimeter hole there and there, those 4. For the diesel line, it's the same 7 millimeter, because the diesel line has a little thicker part at the top, you know, where the hose goes onto it. So 7 millimeter as well, all 5 holes. And this one here is a 24 millimeter hole, or a hole is 25 millimeter. Actually, this pipe here is 24 millimeter. So just shy of a full inch. If you drill that hole an inch, that should fit fine here, you know. But that can be done with the step drill. And for the other ones, you just need a 7 millimeter drill bit. That's all. So first I'm drilling some pilot holes. I got 4 done. Now I got 3 more. That's a super tiny drill bit. Now we go a little bit wider. That's a 4 to 20 millimeter. Well, we have to go bigger on the end. But I see this is a little off center here. Damn it. That's a 4 to 30 millimeter. And now just finish it up. I have 24. Almost 25. Let's see if this fits. Let's see. Nope, not yet. Go bigger. Now we widen those 5 holes here for the diesel line and the bolts to 7 millimeter. Just touching up, no sharp edges. Now this is it. Now let me see, first try. Cross fingers. Nope. No, I see what that is. So this one here is still not big enough. Did them both. Did them both. Let's see. Done. And sitting tight down, right on the gasket. Right there. Fits. Perfect. And that's how simple it is. Now I just give that a little paint job here because the other side is already done. The inside is done. I just paint this one and spray paint from the inside on that so it doesn't rust here on the edges. Come on, that's about it. Then I can install this. So online I found those mounting flanges, diesel heater mounting flanges. That's what you type in at Google search box, diesel heater mounting flange. And then of course particular for the type of heater you have. In my case is it the Planar 2D, which has 2 kilowatt. The mounting flange they was offered there, they came around 57, let's say close to $60 to up to 120 for that mounting flange. And that is one reason why I decided to make that myself. And of course, that measurement. So guys, this is it for this week. I just thought I make a video out of this, you know, like I supposed to wouldn't, but maybe this helps somebody who is in the same situation. Build this box shorter or longer. I mean, yeah, if you buy one and shorten it, that's always possible, but it is really not taking long to make that box. And if you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up, and we see us in the next one.